March 2015 brought about an annual tradition for the Nevada Army National Guard, the state-level Best Warrior Competition. Nevada Guard soldiers representing various units reported to the Washoe County Armory for 2 intense days of competition to decide which NCO and which soldier would represent the Silver State at the regional Best Warrior Competition. These soldiers all had their own reasons for competing.
I think this competition is really good because it's just, even if I don't win, it's helping better myself as a leader in an NCO so I can help my soldiers when I get back to my unit.
Just competition, period. Just you want to be better than those around you, and it brings the best out of yourself. This is the reason why I joined the competition.
I wanted to lead by example so my soldiers see me competing, and then later on they might be motivated to do it themselves.
I believe this experience helps all soldiers to become better when they look at what they're good at, what they aren't good at, and it helps us to get a good practice on things that we might not be doing in our personal MOSs.
I did it last year, and I lost by, I don't know, a push-up or 2, something like that. I just wanted to compete again.
After the end briefing, the contestants, with their sponsors nearby offering guidance and advice, began the challenge with an Army physical fitness test in the drill hall and at a nearby flight line. Immediately afterwards, competitors changed into ACUs for written testing and soon left for Hungry Valley for the land navigation portion. The soldiers finished the daytime course and then went right back out to find more points on the nighttime course. Late that evening, everyone returned from the field and changed into ASUs for an oral appearance board. Even for the most experienced, combat-tested warriors, formally being in the hot seat in front of senior NCOs tends to create its own unique awkwardness. By now, these soldiers were feeling the added factor of fatigue, increasing the degree of difficulty to a portion of the contest most competitors already consider the most stressful.
The board also is the one that makes a lot of us nervous because, anybody can be strong, anybody can train their bodies, but it takes a different approach in order to prepare for the board.
The event that I was most concerned about was the board. I've never done one before, and getting up in front of the state sergeant major, it's kind of nerve-wracking.
The event that I'm probably most concerned with is the oral board, just because under pressure and answering questions that you may forget.
The event that I'm definitely concerned about is the oral board. Just a bunch of sergeant majors asking you questions, staring at you. It's kind of nerve-wracking.
After the first long day of competition, most contestants were lucky to get about 2 hours of sleep before having their weapons knowledge tested. After competitors completed disassembly, assembly, and function checks on a variety of weapons, the sun came up. Soldiers boarded a CH-47 Chinook helicopter to the Sierra Army Depot Small Arms Range, where they engaged targets with M4s and M9 pistols. Contest officials recorded the rifle and pistol scores, and the competitors got back on the Chinook to return for the final event, a 4-mile ruck march which took them in a very wide circle around the Washoe County Armory. With all of the events complete, the soldiers finally relaxed to enjoy a meal with their fellow competitors and their sponsors who had been helping them throughout the contest.
At first, everyone was kind of quiet, but everyone's kind of opened up and is friendly. There's a lot of camaraderie, actually.
No one's, stepping on anybody's toes. Nobody's downing everybody, and that's a good vibe.
All the competitors, they're really cool. They seem down to earth, and I know we're going to give a good competition to the people up in regionals.
One competitor-sponsor relationship set a unique precedent in Nevada's Best Warrior competition this year. Specialist Michael Knight's sponsor was actually his father, Staff Sergeant Robert Knight.
Having my father as my sponsor was more incentive to push myself, really make myself look good so that he could see how he had trained me, and I know he's proud of me.
Best Weapons Qualification Score, the Top Gun, Soldier, Specialist Michael Knight, 3rd of the 140th Aviation.
The Nevada Army Guard's senior leadership sees events like the Best Warrior competition as important opportunities to develop soldiers and NCOs. Regardless of how warriors place in the competition, they take the lessons learned back to their units, improving overall unit readiness and proficiency.
The Best Warrior competition is more affected this year by budgetary constraints. However, what we did not want to do is we didn't want to take away from the competition and taking away from that competitive spirit. We wanted to select the very best, and we wanted to test them. It's very important to take an opportunity to recognize our very best. Even if we are limited on the budgets and limited on resources to do it, we're still going to make sure it's executed so that we can pick our very best, and that's what sets those soldiers apart from their peers. So we want to give them that opportunity.
At the awards ceremony, the commander of Nevada's Army Guard, Brigadier General Michael Hanifin, and Nevada State Command Sergeant Major Jared Kopacki recognized soldiers who had distinguished themselves in specific events. The winners of the overall competition were Sergeant Christopher McClung of the 485th Military Police Company for NCO of the Year and Specialist Chase Howard of the 593rd Medium Transportation Company for Soldier of the Year. They will represent Nevada at the Regional Best Warrior Competition in Hawaii later in May. Reporting for the 106th Public Affairs Detachment, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Shane Klistensky.